Welcome to Drive-By Interviews, covering cool car events, interviewing cool people, and highlighting cool cars and trucks.
Okay, I'm here with Dean, and Dean, tell us a little bit about your rig.
This is a 2002 Chevy Silverado. Basically your not so common monster truck, originally built in South Carolina. We got it up here in 2017. Just kind of went front to back with it and rebuilt everything that was already there but needed a little bit of attention, bring it all up to speed. It's custom built Duramax 6.6 with a Banks turbo and a tuner, with an Allison 5-speed behind it. The whole front end is Ford Super Duty Dana 70, and then in the rear we've got Dodge rear end, actually American axle, with airbags, Kenworth 30,000-pound airbags, supported by 2 compressors and a tank and solenoids so we can raise it up and down.
Wow.
The front's got the adjustable king coilovers there to hold it, and then we're running 15.5 by 20 wheels with 40-inch Nitto mud grappler tires.
Dean, what caused you to want to have one of these?
Well, it's kind of funny. The original idea was we wanted something to tow the boat with that we could go down to the boat launch and not have to sink it in too deep.
Right.
So we started looking for something that was a little bit lifted. It's kind of funny, but we ended up with this. So.
Oh man, have you ever had a rig like this in your life before?
Nothing like this. We use this pretty much just to haul the boat, haul the trailer, and go to car shows and go get the groceries.
Very good. Well, thank you so much, Dean.
Yeah,
it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you much. Appreciate the show. Thanks for coming out.
So Steve here, and what's your name?
Chuck Metcalf.
Chuck Metcalf. So Chuck, tell us about your car here. What is it?
It's a 1955 Chevy 150 gasser, and little by little turned it into what it is presently. I drive it probably 4 times a week.
Very
as
cool.
As long as it's not raining. You know, it's never been to a track, but I just I have a good time driving it around.
And what do you got in the front end?
It's a big block Chevy 454 that's punched out.
Okay.
And got an 871 blower with a old 60s Enderley injection hat on it off an old dragster. It's something I've always wanted, and always enjoyed these old gassers as a kid.
Yeah, you're about my age, so we grew up looking at the books of all the gassers and watching it on TV, and that was like the 60s, early 70s and that kind of thing. So yeah, I can dig it. It's a nice looking rig.
Yeah.
And you did a wonderful job. And you had some help from friends?
One of my friends, he builds race cars, and so he built the front suspension and everything for me because he wanted me to be safe, wanted to make sure things were safe, and since that's what his forte is. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it took about 8 years to get it to this point. Luckily, good friends, and we got it to where we're at. It's a labor of love.
Excellent.
Just enjoy the heck out of driving it around.
This guy likes to get on it, so have fun.
Always on it, always having a good time.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. It's been great.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You bet. Hi, this is Steve again, and we are with
Stan of Stan and Pam Holly.
Excellent, Stan. So tell me about your rig here.
So this is a 1955 Chevy Bel Air, and it is a remake of my high school hot rod. So in high school, and we're talking about 1969 and 1970, you could buy these for around $250. So that's why a high school kid could own one. So this is a remake of it. Of course, I was drafted right out of high school, lost the car when I went to Vietnam. And so about 11 years ago, we decided to redo the favorite car.
Wow.
So we picked it up off of eBay. It was located in Lake Stevens here in Washington. Made it much easier. Went up and bought the car at Christmas time for my wife, of course. And then proceeded to take it to several different places to do the paint, do the engine, and convert it back over to...
Going to the drive-in movie or going to the drive-in to have food was a very popular pastime of that day.
It was extremely popular, and
yes.
I did it a whole lot. So this is a teaching experience for us, to young children here, that you come in, they look at this, mom and dad try to explain a little bit about what it is, seeing it hands-on,
wow,
so that they can see what was fun back in the day.
Well, thank you so much. This has been
you.
Great, and thanks for sharing your story about your car.
Thank you.
Well, I'm sitting here with Jack. Jack, tell me about this car. What is this?
It's an International Harvester.
Okay.
Made by International Harvester Company. Probably about 1907 was the first one they made, but this one is just called an auto wagon.
Auto wagon.
And this rear seat is removable.
Okay.
So my dad found it at a junk dealer. Thought I could make a piece of equipment out of that. So he towed it out to our farm, and he said, "Jackie, you're wasting your time. You'll never make that thing run." I said, "Just watch me." So I got it running probably about 47.
Wow.
And then I drove it to Holiday Parade there, and I was still in high school then. Got me started in this because I taught high school auto shop for over 30 years.
Very good. And you've kept it alive, and you take it to the car shows, and it actually drives, correct?
Yeah.
Now, when you take it out on the highway, does it go to full speed, or do you have to be at about 45?
It won't go that fast. In fact, the manual on it, and it said speeds in excess of 30 miles an hour are not only dangerous, but harmful to the machine.
I can imagine. So you take all the back routes,
Yeah.
come out here to the shows.
Yeah.
Thank you for keeping alive history, as we might say, and you're a little piece of it.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, we're with Frank Bond here. Frank, nice to meet you. So tell us a little bit about what you've done here. You built your own trailer, am I correct?
I built the trailer, yes, to match my 1963 Plymouth Fury that I've had for 46 years.
46 years?
46 years. My wife and I, our dream vacation has been to go do Route 66. And I was looking for ways to save on hotels and foods and things like that, so I decided to build the teardrop trailer. Built out of an old motorcycle trailer used for hauling motorcycles. Got it and just built up off of that. I have less than $2,000 in the trailer.
Yes, but probably 200 plus hours of...
It actually took me about 2 months to build it.
2 months?
Yes.
What gave you the ability to do this?
I used to be a sheet metal mechanic at Boeing.
There you go. What's exceptional is he did all the work here, heating it up, putting a seal in there, screwing it on as he went along, so that everything is completely waterproof.
I also wired it with a power inverter in order to run electric blankets in the microwave. I found out I don't need an electric blanket because the cabin is small enough, your body heat will heat it up.
Yes.
I wanted to cover it on the inside. I had to extend it just a little bit.
Right.
But I wanted to keep that basic teardrop shape.
Is your goal then to hit the road and go down to Route 66? It's going to be wonderful.
Always been a dream of mine to do Route 66 in that car.
Well, I wish you the best, and it's been wonderful meeting you.
Thank you. Very nice meeting you too.
You bet.
Brian Spiker.
Brian?
Ken Spiker, Brian's pop.
This is a father-son duo. So tell us about your car.
It's a 63 Chevy 2 SS. We bought it as a roller. Quickly proceeded to completely gut it in my garage with the help of my friend Josh Ross at Ross Performance Group. He, myself, and my father built the car in my garage over 22 months. Put an LSX 376 cubic inch motor in it.
Very good. So tell me about what was the idea behind it? Why this?
Well, when my son was young, we used to get a lot of cars, boats, stuff. We've always kind of been wrench heads. When he was in high school, he started building a little pro street car back in the 70s and 80s. Things happened one way or another, and it never got finished and got sold. One day I saw this little Dodge Dart, which reminded me of his Dart, and I said, you know, there was a Hemi Dart.
A little Dodge Hemi Dart.
With a blower at it. So I asked him if he wanted to build another car. He calls me up and says, I found this Nova that's really nice. He bought it as a roller. It was, the outside looked almost as good as it does now, and it came with a 406 in it.
Wow.
We cut a lot of the original product out that we were planning on using. I don't like that, I don't like that. So we literally cut half the back half out, cut a bunch of the cage out, cut the floor out, cut a bunch of the front end off, and just went all back at it. Had John at Menser help us with the suspension. You know, the engine thing, right? The progression. Well, let's do this. 1,000 horsepower, 12. Let's build a motor for 2,000 so we can make 1,500 reliably.
Right.
And Josh Ross built the motor in my garage. Every piece on the car was built in my garage. We did everything. Everything was fabricated in-house in the garage.
With a 6x6 post 5 inches away from the passenger door.
I got hope. My garage is the same way, and I got to restore my car. So I know. Boom, boom.
Yeah. So it went 880 on pump gas boost at 154, and then it's gone 848 at 163 and change on 22 pounds. We haven't turned up beyond that because the dyno wouldn't hold it. We're going back on a HUD dyno next week to try and make the 1400-ish.
Right.
And they're going to throw us out, but it's got everything it needs to go 760. So we're going to look for the 7-second streetcar bragging rights, and then we'll be done.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, this is wonderful. I love it. It's a father-son passion for both of you guys. And now you get the finished product. You both get to drive it and have fun. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It's been wonderful.
Thank you.
Hi, Steve Johann for Drive-By Interviews. If you like our show and want us to continue to provide you with cool content, then I invite you to become a subscriber, share us with your friends, and give us a thumbs up. And if you have a cool car show that you want highlighted, contact us below, and we'll be more than happy to get a hold of you. So remember, life is like a car, so enjoy the ride.